I was recently asked to share my recommendations on books that I would recommend for somebody that's just getting into fantasy. So I'm gonna give you 5 recommendations of completed series that I think would be great for those just getting into the genre. The thing with fantasy, there's a lot of sub-genres within it, but I think that each of these book recommendations will give you a good sense of the type of books that maybe you're gonna lean more towards within the genre. In this video, I'm not gonna recommend Sarah J. Maas, Rebecca Yarros, or Lauren Roberts, not because I don't like them, I do, but I feel like we're just beating a dead horse with recommending them because those are given when you're getting into the fantasy world. So I'm gonna give you some different books. The Inheritance Cycle. If you're somebody that is maybe looking to get into higher fantasy books, I think this is a great place to start because it's very digestible. It's your classic good versus evil. We have this evil entity that we're trying to get rid of in order to bring harmony and peace. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, I have a feeling that you would really enjoy this series. And there's dragons. The Folk of Air trilogy. This probably falls into the popular book recommendation category. However, I think this is a great place to start if you're somebody that's looking for those more classic characters within fantasy books. Characters that have green skin, tails, horns. Also, if you're somebody that's looking for a fantasy book with a romance subplot, storyline is much more character and plot driven rather than relationship driven, but up there is one of my all-time favorite trilogies. The Prison Healer trilogy. You're looking for a magic system that is very easy to grasp. It's elemental magic, and majority of the characters are human within this world. You're not getting all those other crazy mythical creatures. And the way that the plot develops and some of the twists and turns is so good. Every single book was so good in this trilogy. Kiss of Deception trilogy is so underrated. Does the main character in the first book give a little pick-me energy? Yes, but you end up falling in love with all the characters in this story as the trilogy progresses, and every single book gets substantially better. I think this is also a great trilogy to start with if you're somebody that enjoys the aspect of theorizing what's going to happen next in a story. I just have to say that the duology that takes place after this original trilogy is just top tier amazing. The Crimson Moth duology. I think the duology is a great place to start if you're getting into the fantasy genre because you kind of just dip your toes in the water, see if you actually like it, but you're not fully committing to a really long series, which is always so nice. You're getting a witch hunter aspect within this story. Think Salem Witch Trials meets Bridgerton almost. Those are the types of vibes that are in this series. The story is also much more romance driven. I say that the relationship plays a huge role in the way that the plot advances in this book. I'm realizing now that all those books fall into the YA category, but I think that they're great places to start within the fantasy genre. But if you're looking for spicier books, if you guys are interested, I could always put together a recommendation list for spicier fantasy books to start with. Let me know. Okay, bye.